Hey there, football fans! Today we're diving into the world of college football to celebrate the top 10 greatest college running backs of all time. These remarkable athletes left an indelible mark on the gridiron, dazzling fans with their speed, agility, and game-changing plays. From legendary names like Herschel Walker to Reggie Bush, join us as we revisit the unforgettable moments that made these running backs true college football icons. Let's kick off this exciting journey through the annals of football history. 10. Billy Sims, University of Oklahoma. Billy Sims, a running sensation of the late 1970s, left his mark as a dynamic player at the University of Oklahoma. He was the proud recipient of the prestigious Heisman Trophy in 1978, thanks to a remarkable season where he bulldozed through opponents for 1,762 yards and scored an impressive 20 touchdowns. Watching Sims play was like witnessing pure football magic unfold. What set Sims apart were two key ingredients: his knack for making defenders look silly in the open field, and his turbocharged speed that could outpace anyone. These qualities turned every game into a spectacle. Whenever the ball was in his hands, you held your breath, waiting for the next breathtaking move. In the late 70s, college football fans were treated to a show whenever Billy Sims hit the field. His thrilling runs and electrifying plays made him a true crowd pleaser, a player who could turn a mundane game into a highlight reel. Those who saw him play still talk about the excitement he brought to the game. Billy Sims, a name forever etched in the annals of college football greatness. 9. Marcus Allen, University of Southern California. Marcus Allen, back in the early 1980s, was a running back powerhouse at the University of Southern California. Picture this. In 1981, he ran for more than 2,300 yards and snatched the Heisman Trophy. That's a big deal, folks. What made Marcus stand out? Well, it's a mix of muscle and fancy footwork. He was like a bulldozer with ballet shoes. When he carried that football, defenders couldn't decide whether to brace for impact or dance with him. It was quite a show. But hold on, that's not all. Marcus had this secret weapon, his hands. Yep, he could catch passes like a pro wide receiver. Imagine a guy who can bulldoze through the defense and then gracefully catch a pass like it's nothing. That's Marcus Allen for you. So, to sum it up, Marcus Allen was a football wizard. He ran like a beast, caught like a receiver, and brought glory to USC in the 80s. He's the kind of player that makes football unforgettable. 8. Ricky Williams, University of Texas. In the late 1990s, Ricky Williams was the go-to guy for the Texas Longhorns. He didn't just run, he ran like a freight train on fire. In 1998, he had this legendary season when he won the Heisman Trophy. He did more than just win, though. He smashed records left and right in college football. Imagine this. Ricky Williams bulldozed his way to over 2,000 yards rushing that year. That's like running from one end of a football field to the other nearly 23 times. And he did it with style. This guy was known for his powerful running, and he was as tough as nails. Tackling him was like trying to stop a locomotive with your bare hands. Ricky Williams wasn't just a player, he was a phenomenon. His legacy in college football still echoes today. When you think about the Longhorns in the late 90s, Ricky Williams is the name that comes to mind. He wasn't just a player, he was a force of nature, and he left a mark that won't fade away anytime soon. 7. Tony Dorsett, University of Pittsburgh. In the mid-1970s, Tony Dorsett was a real game-changer at the University of Pittsburgh. His super-fast speed and agility on the field made everyone's jaw drop. In fact, he ran for more than 1,500 yards in each of his last 3 seasons there. That's like running from one end of a football field to the other about 5 times in a single season. But that's not all. Dorsett's grand finale was winning the Heisman Trophy in 1976. Imagine a room full of people cheering and clapping for you because you're the best in the whole country at playing football. That's what the Heisman Trophy is all about, and Dorsett earned it. What really made Dorsett special, though, was his knack for making big plays when it mattered most. It's like when your team is losing, and you need a hero to save the day. That was Dorsett. He could turn any game around with his incredible skills. Tony Dorsett, a name that will forever be remembered for his awesome college football days. 6. Earl Campbell, University of Texas. Meet the legend of college football, Earl Campbell, affectionately known as the Tyler Rose. Back in the late 1970s, this guy was an absolute bulldozer on the field. Picture this. In 1977, he snagged the Heisman Trophy after a season where he ran for a jaw-dropping 1,744 yards and scored an incredible 19 touchdowns. That's like running from one end of a football field to the other more than 29 times. But what made Earl truly special wasn't just his impressive numbers. It was his brutal running style that made defenders wish they were somewhere else. He had this uncanny ability to shake off tacklers like they were pesky flies at a picnic. It's no exaggeration to say he's one of the all-time greatest college running backs. So when you hear the name Earl Campbell, remember the Tyler Rose, who tore up the college gridiron with his punishing runs and astonishing ability to break through tackles. College football has seen its share of stars, but Earl Campbell was, without a doubt, one of the brightest. 5. Bo Jackson, Auburn University. Bo Jackson was an extraordinary athlete who could have shone in any sport he picked. During his time at Auburn, he was like a powerhouse of nature, running for more than 4,300 yards and scoring a whopping 45 touchdowns throughout his college career. His incredible speed and sheer strength made him a complete nightmare for any team trying to stop him. In 1985, Jackson claimed the prestigious Heisman Trophy, solidifying his status as a true college football legend. His presence on the field was electric, and his moves were poetry in motion. Fans, teammates, and opponents alike couldn't help but be captivated by his performance. Bo Jackson's legacy goes far beyond his college years. He became an iconic figure in the world of sports, a symbol of excellence and versatility. Whether it was running, jumping, or just being an all-around athlete, Bo Jackson was the real deal, and his impact on the sports world continues to inspire athletes of all ages to this day. 4. Herschel Walker, University of Georgia. In 1980, Herschel Walker stormed into the world of college football like a whirlwind. It was his freshman year, but he carried the Georgia Bulldogs to a national championship, bulldozing his way to over 1,600 rushing yards. What set Walker apart was his incredible mix of qualities. He was a giant on the field, but as quick as a cheetah and as strong as an ox. This made him practically unbeatable. By the time he left Georgia, he was hailed as one of the all-time great college running backs. Think about it this way. Imagine a football player who's not only big but also faster than most and hits like a freight train. That was Herschel Walker. When he carried the ball, it was like watching a human bulldozer plowing through the opposition. So Herschel Walker wasn't just a college football star. He was a legend in the making. In his wake, he left Georgia fans in awe and a legacy that will forever echo through college football history. 3. Archie Griffin, Ohio State University. Archie Griffin did something amazing in college football. He won the Heisman Trophy twice. That's a big deal, and there's a good reason for it. Back in the mid-1970s, when he was playing for Ohio State, he was like a football machine. He ran like a workhorse, and in both the seasons when he won the Heisman, he rushed for more than 1,500 yards. That's a whole lot of yards. But what really makes Archie special is his consistency. He didn't just have one good season, he had two, and he wasn't one of those players who got injured all the time. Nope, he was as tough as nails and could take a beating on the field. Plus, when the game was on the line, Archie stepped up. He didn't crumble under pressure. He thrived in big games. That's why he's not just a football player, he's a college football legend. Winning the Heisman once is a big deal, but winning it twice? That's a whole different level of greatness. 2. Barry Sanders, Oklahoma State University. In 1988, Barry Sanders had this one amazing season at Oklahoma State that folks still can't stop talking about today. I mean, seriously, it was like something out of a movie. He ran the ball for a jaw-dropping 2,850 yards and found the end zone a mind-boggling 42 times. Those numbers weren't just good, they were out of this world. He broke all kinds of records in the NCAA, and people couldn't believe what they were seeing. What made Sanders so special was the way he ran. He was like a magician with the football. Quick cuts, elusive moves, and when he hit the open field, it was like trying to catch a lightning bolt. Watching him play was like holding your breath and hoping for a miracle on every snap. And guess what? He even snagged the Heisman Trophy that year, which is basically like winning the Super Bowl for college football players. Barry Sanders left an unforgettable mark in college football history, and to this day, his legend lives on as one of the greatest college running backs ever. 1. Jim Brown, Syracuse University. Jim Brown had an amazing time playing college football at Syracuse University back in the 1950s. It was like something out of a legend. He was a real powerhouse with his strong running and super speed. Imagine trying to stop him on the field. It was no easy task. In his final year, Jim really showed what he was made of. He ran a total of 986 yards and scored 14 touchdowns. That's seriously impressive. It's no wonder people couldn't wait to see what he'd do in the NFL. But, it's those college days that truly made Jim Brown a football icon. That's where he honed his skills and became the legend we all know today. He set the stage for an incredible career, one that would land him in the Hall of Fame. So, next time you watch a football game or hear Jim Brown's name, remember, it all started with those legendary college days at Syracuse University. Thanks for joining us on this epic journey through the top 10 greatest college running backs of all time. Now, it's your turn. Who's your all-time favorite college running back? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button, share with fellow fans, and subscribe for more amazing sports content. Stay tuned for more rankings and sports trivia.